Hey fam, so we are about to use a few of HTVRONT's products, including their 15-inch heat press, which they just sent me. So we're going to use that today, along with their mats, some of their regular HTV, just like you've seen with other vinyl companies. They have a blue, pink, green, and purple mat. I'll have all of this stuff down in the description box below, but we're going to use their green general mat as the mat we use for all of the vinyl that we use today. So that being said, we're going to cut our designs out. We got a few designs for a couple of hoodies, and then we're in long sleeve shirts, and we'll while the vinyl is cutting, we're just gonna go ahead and cut this on. Ooh, look how fancy. There is a drawer, there is a pad that goes over the plate. There's a heat plate right here. All of this gets very warm, so they warn you over and over again throughout the paperwork to not touch that. So here we have our temperature. And here we have our timer, and you can set this, like I'm gonna need it at 300. I think the vinyl actually says 302, but we're gonna just leave it at 300. And then I wanna say that it's for 15 to 20 seconds, so we're gonna leave it at 20 seconds. So right now we're just gonna let it heat up, and as you can see, the numbers are jumping as it is heating up. So here we're just taking a moment to weed the vinyl now that we have gotten it off of the mat. I did weed a couple of different designs, which we're gonna talk about here in a moment. Okay, so y'all know I am famous for making mistakes or having something happen, and the manual for the heat press got onto my vinyl. So paper came all off, but my thought is once I clear the paper from the actual letter itself, it should be fine, just because paper is not gonna stick to the shirt, but the vinyl will. So I feel like as long as the vinyl is cleared, we should be okay, but we're gonna find out. Okay, so I just wanted to talk a little bit about the designs that we're using today. The one I messed up with the paper says not perfect, but amazing. And then on the sleeve, we're gonna have wonderfully made. So fearfully and wonderfully made, not perfect, but I am fearfully and wonderfully made. I'm making these because if you did not know, I went through a cancer, I keep saying cancer scare, like I didn't actually have to go through the battle, but just finished treatments a couple of weeks ago, and now waiting on results. So that being the case, you know, keeping my mind in good places, positive places. So we're, like I said, just making ourselves some shirts to kind of have reminders. So this one says you are my fortress, and then on the sleeve it's going to say not alone, because if you watch my journey or went through the journey with me, and I mostly did that on TikTok, you would see that like that was a big fear of mine, of doing all of this by myself. And then the last one that we're doing is this is just a chapter. And then on the sleeve, it says not the whole story, with a little book. So, you know, we all go through different things in life, and, you know, this is just a reminder. T-shirts can be done for that. So, like I said, the press is ready. So we're going to get ready to use this thing. So that being the case, let's get over. I just went to Hobby Lobby and grabbed a few different types of shirts. They have like a more luxury, like softer material brand, but they were like out of a lot of those. So I did get the Gildan brand. I watched a TikTok earlier that said, like, if you're gonna do a hoodie, to like have it hanging off. And just for my own, I'm trying to find the, you probably don't need to do this, y'all. Oh shoot, it's telling me it's not all the way in, so. So I just did that just to kind of give me that midway point on my shirt, because that's what we used to do with our presses, the hand presses. So I just kind of wanted to get that in there. So with this, again, you want to be careful with how you're messing with this plate because it gets hot. And then the same way we used to find the middle of our design, I'm going to do the same thing just by folding it over, putting a little pinch, and then that way I can put it on the line that I made. Make sure this is straight. Find my pinched line. Find my pinched line. And then the other thing putting the press down did was like get the air out of it, because you want to make sure you do that. And this is the very first time using this, y'all, so I'm just want to make sure it is right. So we're gonna go ahead. I wanted to make sure that design was being hit by the full plate since it's right here at the top. So we're gonna let it go. It's 20 seconds and look at the seat. Okay, so it has automatically lifted itself up. And we're just gonna pull this off. This is a cold peel, which means it needs to cool off some before we take the peel off. So the instructions tell you to wait 15 to 20 seconds before you start peeling it off so that it is a cold peel. We've probably waited that long, so I'm gonna go ahead and just, yikes. I'm so nervous. And there we have it. Ah, not perfect, but amazing. That's about the look though. So I'm gonna put this in the heat press just one more time, just for some pieces that I feel like when I pulled it up, maybe I could have waited a little bit longer. So I am going to use some Teflon. Not Teflon, is that what it's called? A Teflon sheet, and just put it back in one more time so that I can cover it up and just make sure it's adhered to the shirt. So we're gonna do the sleeve. I'm getting all excited. We haven't done the sleeve yet, but as you can see, no paper issues. It's adhered, it's on there. So then there is that. So here's a quick look at all of the shirts. If you like what you see, please go down to the description box where you can get all of the HTVRONT products. And until the next time, we'll see you soon. Blessings.